I have a new video for you guys because there's an update on Josh Duggar and we now know what he was charged with. As you guys know, he's recently been arrested by the U.S. Marshal, which means whatever he's been doing is serious, and it is. He has been arrested and charged with receiving and possessing CP. Obviously, I cannot say the actual term of what it means, but I'm going to explain it all to you today. So let's go ahead and get into it. You guys may remember, if you saw my last video, that Josh Duggar is part of the Duggar family. He is the son of Jim Bob, who is pretty much like the Duggar cult leader. Like, I'm not trying to be offensive, but they have so many children, which really isn't the problem. It's the vibes that they give off, and I feel like they have been trying to protect their son, Josh Duggar, for a long time. He is a 33-year-old man with 6 children, and I believe 1 on the way, and he has now just been charged with, again, receiving and possessing CP. Obviously, I cannot say the P word, but it involves children, and we just found this out like minutes ago. There was actually a court hearing this morning where supposedly people who listened in on the call heard that he was classified as a person who is at risk or, a danger to society. So they did not want to release him on any bail. And if they did release him in whatever way, they want to have a third party stay with him at all times, like literally live with him. They want to make sure this man doesn't have any access to children. And there's a good reason why. They were being really hush hush in the hearing this morning, but the United States Attorney's Office just released a press statement about his arrest. So what we know so far is that he was arrested by U.S. Marshals. It's extremely serious. He's not getting out on bail, and if he does, he's going to have a babysitter to make sure he doesn't do anything, disgusting. So let's go ahead and read this press release. Oh gosh, it gives me anxiety. Let's put my glasses on. Let's get the glasses on. They put it on like a black background with white writing, so it's a little bit hard to read. A Springdale man was arrested yesterday for receiving and possessing material of CP. Oh my gosh. According to court documents, this is disturbing. And the fact that Jim Bob has been protecting him all of these years. I'm sorry, guys. So Joshua James Duggar, 33, allegedly used the internet to download CP material. Duggar allegedly possessed this material, some of which depicts, oh my gosh, acts on children. And I just hope, oh my gosh, under the age of 12. And so remember, his car lot was raided in 2019. And a lot of people were confused. Does it have to do with this business? There wasn't a lot of business going on at that car lot in general, but it was raided then. And I'm assuming that there was material being housed at that facility. Duggar is charged for receiving and possessing CP. If convicted, he faces up to 20 years of imprisonment and fines up to $250,000 on each count. So I believe he has 2 counts here. He's got the receiving and the possessing. Oh gosh. A federal district court judge will determine any sentence after considering the U.S. sentencing guidelines and other sanctuary factors. This case is being prosecuted as part of Project Safe Childhood, a nationwide initiative to combat the growing epidemic of children being harmed in this country, which that's crazy that Josh Duggar is a part of this. And they've got a whole a mission to get rid of these people, which I'm glad that the government is doing something. I still don't quite understand how they knew this was going on in May 2019, and yet they've let him just chill for this many years. Imagine the damage that he could have done. Keep in mind, yesterday we talked about 5 people who came forward about him in the past, literally siblings, allegedly siblings, and yeah, it gets disgusting. So that's about it when it comes to the statement. We don't really have details on why it took so long. Was Jim Bob literally protecting this man? But it's absolutely insane that this guy, a reality TV star from TLC, literally has been charged with doing these things. And I think the biggest problem is the fact that he not only exhibited this behavior a long time ago, but they just kind of allowed it to happen. He never got any type of punishment. We knew back in 2002, 2003, when he first harmed a couple of survivors. We know that for a fact. That was in a police report, that his parents didn't do anything. Actually, in 2003, they sent him away to a family friend for a couple months, and then he came back and just did whatever he wanted to. And it seems like he's just gone crazy since then with this type of behavior, and it's absolutely unacceptable, and I'm glad the government is charging him. I'm a little bit concerned that the family all knew about this, because if he was being raided in 2019, he probably knew why. The family probably knew why, and his wife is just sitting here like chilling, like no problems at all. I mean, I just think that even though they are family and such, they need to recognize the problems out here, and especially as Christians, like we can call out the wrongdoings of our loved ones and hold people accountable and still like try to be good Christians. I just don't think that this behavior is good Christian behavior, and seeing that they've been trying to like kind of cover it and pacify it for so long makes me think that this is just a bigger problem with the Duggar family and just with the industry in general, like with their, out in Arkansas. We can honestly just go on a tangent about it. But guys, I just think that Josh Duggar is an absolute creep. I mean, keep in mind, under the age of 12, I'm thinking this man has 6 children. Like, what is his, like, I hope that that's not like, I'm not trying to like make an assumption here at all. Multiple people have already said this, like he's got young children, so like what is the implications of this? And of course 20 years in prison, like, I mean, that's going to be hard on all those children and the rest of their family. So just doing things like this not only is just so selfish and like evil to do to these children who are being, the pictures and all of that, but it's also just so selfish and disgusting to the family who's literally out here and they have to deal with now the repercussions of your actions. And so many people have had to deal with it. All of these survivors, now these people in these photos, I don't even know how many people are involved, but if he's part of this whole, mission Project Safe Childhood, then I'm thinking that he's part of a bigger network, and maybe this whole car lot is like a conspiracy for something. But it's actually crazy, and I just posted a video about it today, so I hope you guys like watch that and get some background on him to kind of understand who this man is, because I do believe that he's done a great amount of damage, and I also believe that TLC needs to come out with a statement. I mean, what do you guys think? They used to employ him, they gave him his platform, which could have given him the power to do more damage. I mean, that's an assumption right there, but I do believe that TLC should be held accountable for this as well. Yeah, so a lot to unpack here. I'm thinking, do I want to go and unbox a letter right now? I don't know. This just seems very intense right now, and I don't know. CP is just something that very like, that's a huge trigger for me. So I just think that we need to end this video and to hold these monsters accountable. And thank God the government is doing their job. But again, for how many years was he just chilling? Like, for how many years did we know? Did Jim Bob have a reason, like a part in keeping him protected? He was a politician. He is a well-known figure. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in a new video soon. Bye.